Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for September. I hope you guys are all doing well. I do want to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with every Pisces out there. Guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. In a general reading, the energies can reverse, so if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, but as always, Pisces, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? Pisces. All right, Pisces, you are starting out with the Six of Treasure reversed. You have the Queen of Treasure reversed. And you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So straight away, I can see that there's some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle that you're experiencing. I feel like it has to do with loss. Now, this could be loss in any manner. There's a lot of earth energy here, so this could be financial. Your finances might not be as balanced as you would like for them to be, or you could have recently experienced some kind of a financial loss, which is keeping you from moving forward the way you want to. But, you know, as this is a relationship reading, what this is indicating to me is that currently you are feeling a lack of balance in your life. It could involve family or children as well, but there's a lack of balance here, and that's affecting your stability somewhat. It is revolving around loss, some sort of a great loss that you've experienced, but you're not quite able to come out of. There's stuck energy involving that loss. And so that's keeping this Wheel of Fortune from turning into a more positive outcome. It doesn't mean it's not going to, but there's something karmically here that has to be addressed regarding loss, because it's causing a lot of imbalance for you. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy, please. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the King of Coral in the reverse. We have the Queen of Spears reversed. And we have the Page of Spears reversed. Yeah, you're experiencing a karmic cycle or a karmic lesson with this person, because it's unusual for all these cards to be in the reverse, and you know, my deck is not set up so that everything's reversed. I know people are going to say, did you check your deck? Yes, of course I checked my deck. So what I'm seeing with this person is that this is somebody who, it looks like they have either cut you out or they feel that you cut them out. I feel like this person is angry. They could be slightly bitter about how things have occurred between the two of you. I definitely feel like there's a lack of communication and there's a lack of action. So let me see. You could be dealing now with a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So let me see the energy. Sorry about that. Let me see the energy between Pisces and this person, please. Yeah, the Magician in the reverse. Strong Gemini energy here. So with the Magician in the reverse, there could have been some manipulation in this, but basically this connection has not manifested the way you both wanted it to or thought that it would. This has caused a lot of imbalance for you and a little bit of bitterness for this person, because I feel like this person can be very charming when they want to be. They carry a lot of charisma, but when they're not feeling it, they can be just nasty and mean as well. Yeah, and I get bitterness from this person. So let me see what's affecting the connection. The Three of Coral, waiting. You're both kind of waiting. They're angry about this too. They're angry. They feel like they've been cut out. There's waiting energy. You're feeling a deep loss. Yeah. But what's affecting connection is that you're both waiting for something. Let me see, and I'll clarify that, but let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the week. The King of Treasure. Well, you've got somebody coming in. It's either this person or someone else, but this is the King of Treasures, the King of Pentacles. So this is somebody who is stable, loving, kind, giving. It's almost like a reversal of the energies that you've been experiencing. Right now, Pisces, you're not on the same page with this person. See, I feel like this King of Treasure is somebody else, because this person in your energy is showing up as the King of Coral. And so I feel like this is somebody else, but you're not on the same page. Why? Well, because there's something karmically you have to put to rest regarding loss. And it's likely with this person in your energy, so that when this King of Treasure comes into your energy, that you'll be on the same page and you'll be, you know, ready to come together with them. But that Wheel of Fortune has to turn for that to take place. And that right now it's not, until this lesson is learned. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. And I love this for you. So the Empress, you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Virgo. I don't know why I said Virgo. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. But the Empress indicates to me the underlying energy here is that you know your value, you know your worth. You're not chasing after anyone. And I do feel like this person in your energy would like for you to do that. And you're not trying to do that. So I do feel like you are allowing everything to come to you. So just be sure that as you're doing that, you're not remaining inactive as well. Because your energy here, underlying energy, is actually really good. All right, so let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Six of Treasure in reverse for Pisces? Why is the Six of Treasure in reverse? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups reversed, and we have the King of Cups. So you love this person. Yeah, you still love this person, but it just didn't manifest the way that you had hoped or wanted it to. And so I feel like you had to end this connection. This person felt cut out of your life in doing so. So it's caused a lot of imbalance because you have mixed emotions about this. You wanted to be with this person. You actually feel this person is a soulmate, and they possibly could be. However, you couldn't continue with them because it was not an equal give and take. There was a vast difference here. So now I'm seeing where the loss came from, but it doesn't mean that you don't still love them. Why is the Queen of Treasure in reverse? All right, so we have the Five of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. And we have the Two of Coins. So I do feel like at one point you had an extremely passionate connection, because we have both the King and Queen of Wands here. I can see that you felt like the two of you were soulmates here. This is definitely where the loss is coming from. That's why this person is showing up in your energy. And I do feel like, you know, you're conflicted. You're conflicted because you still have feelings for this person. And that's causing a little bit of difficulty for you. But you're also seeking stability. And I will say, Pisces, there's a need for you to do some self-care here, to look after yourself. You may be avoiding conflict with this person as well. I do feel like you are balancing things out. I am still seeing that there's something to do with an unexpected financial loss for somebody. So that may cause you to have to kind of rob Peter to pay Paul a little bit. But you are balancing yourself out here, financially as well as emotionally. You may not be feeling very passionate about life right now, though. Let me see why the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. You're waiting for balance. It's possible this person may have shown up as a twin flame, because we do see the twin flame symbol here, which would be another reason why a lot of you would be in this position where you feel like you have to wait for this person, and you don't, by the way. But it's possible it's a false twin flame, because this is showing me that this is a karmic connection. Or it possibly could be. Only you're going to know that. We have the Two of Swords. We have Justice. And we have the Ten of Cups. Wow. All right, so once you make the decision to move forward, to deal with this loss here, which is causing a lack of passion in your life, once you make that decision, balance is going to come in. And I also see that that's when you get your karmic justice. That's when that wheel begins to turn. And I do see happiness coming for you, but it looks like it's associated with this King of Pentacles here. So I feel like you've got somebody new here that's coming in, or could even be present in your life. But it's going to be a very happy connection. This is a good connection. And this King of Pentacles is showing up in the upright, which is really good energy. Let me see this person's energy, because I feel like this is the person from the past. So let me see why the King of Coral is in reverse. Yeah, this person had a lot of deceit, and it's come out into the open. So I feel like this person feels very exposed. They're a little bit bitter about that. And I also feel like this is somebody who is trying to let you go because the relationship didn't come about the way they had hoped either. So I do feel like this is somebody who's trying to release you. They're trying to let you go. They are feeling really exposed though, and that could be part of the reason why this person is releasing and letting this connection go. There's a sense here of feeling exposed for deeds that have been done. Let me see why the Queen of Spears is in reverse. Why is the Queen of Spears in reverse? Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah, they could have rushed headlong into another connection. They would like to have a passionate new beginning with you, but they're not telling you that. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting actually for you to come to them and say that you want to begin this connection again. They want that. They want, because this was an extremely passionate connection. I'm not really seeing any cups at this point on their side. I do see it on your side. Yeah, and that worries me a little. I do feel like there was a lot of passion here. This person's literally waiting for you to come to them in order to, talk to them, tell them that you want a passionate new beginning with them. And they're angry because that's not happening. And in their anger, they're not talking. They're not telling you that they want a passionate new beginning. They're not taking any action. They're holding back with regard to action. And because it's not manifesting the way they want. This person's very controlling because it's not manifesting the way they want. This person's like, well, if you cut me out, I'm cutting you out. If it's not going to be the way I want it to be, then I'm just going to let you go. But truthfully, that's not what's in. They know that they've been exposed here. Let me see why the Page of Spears is in reverse. Five of Cups reversed, the Hangman reversed, and the Magician. It's the same thing. I'm not going to talk to you until this manifests the way I want it to. I know what's best here. I have love for you still, but you've put me through a really difficult time. I've been depressed. I've had a hard time, but this will all manifest when Pisces, you realize that there's love here. And I'm going to wait until that. Now, they're growing impatient of waiting. And what they don't know is that there is this King of Pentacles that's here in your energy. They're wondering at this point, because they have no idea if you still love them. I feel like you've been very silent. I feel like you've kind of stayed to yourself. So this person is still trying to manifest the connection. They're frustrated because it's not manifesting the way they want. And they know that they love you. But this person's very controlling, so I feel like they're going to try to hold out until you come to them. Unbeknownst to them, you may have found love elsewhere. Let me see the shared energy. Ooh, bottom of the deck is the Tower. When they find that out, that's going to bring a Tower moment for them. Let me see why the Magician is in reverse between Pisces and this person. Judgment and the King of Wands reverse. So You actually, because you do love this person, there's a lot of conflict here, but I feel like you are resolving it. You're trying to make good judgment calls. I can see that. And this was a judgment call for you to actually end this connection. And I feel like you did end the connection. So I feel like you would like to reconcile with this person, but I don't feel like you want to reconcile with them in the energy that they're in. You're recognizing that this person is a little bit bitter. You're recognizing that this person can be unethical. You're recognizing that this person has a lack of action and has actually been trying to release you. You're also recognizing that this person feels very exposed and they don't like it. So I do feel like you're coming to terms with this. You're beginning to recognize it. Now, this person, again, it's the same message that I've seen here. This person is basically saying, this is too exposing for me. I'm not going to be the one to take action. I want you to come towards me. So this person wants you to chase them. I'm not going to take the action. I want you to come towards me. I want you to express to me that you want a reconciliation. And if you don't, I'm just going to release you and let you go. Let me see what's affecting the connection. Yep, same message. Six of Swords. Six of Wands reversed. And the Empress in reverse. Yeah, you're not in your highest energy when you're in connection with this person. Your underlying energy is the Empress, and you're realizing that this person has literally been very disrespectful to you. That when you're with this person, you're in this energy of feeling deprived, feeling like, you know, you can't have what it is that you want. And so ultimately, as you gain your balance, Pisces, you're basically saying, I was waiting for success. I was waiting for this to work out. I was waiting for this to manifest properly, and it's not. It's not. So I'm pulling back from you. I'm not going to give you my love, my care, my attention, my passion. I'm not going to do that. I still have love for you, but I have to have my own balance here. And in order to do that, I have to accept that this is a loss. This is not going to be successful. And that if I continue in this relationship, I'm going to continue to feel disrespected. I'm going to continue to not have my needs met. And I'm better than that. The Empress in the upright. So this person is then saying, okay, well, I was waiting for success, but since you can't find it in yourself to come towards me and to, you know, bring this to a peaceful resolution, have a passionate new beginning, I'm really pissed with you. I'm not going to talk to you, and I'm moving on. Yeah. Let's see your outcome. You're both agreeing at this point, though, that you are both waiting for success here. I just think that you define that success very differently. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome for Pisces and this person. Show me the outcome. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups reversed. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. And we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So here's the deal. You have this King of Pentacles who is in your energy or will be in your energy. You literally could have it all with this person if you're willing to end the cycle. I have two tens. Tens are about ending cycles. Once you end these cycles, that's when this karmic justice comes in and that Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. But you have to make the decision, Pisces. And what is that decision? Well, that decision is to completely walk away from this, and not just physically, because I feel like a lot of you have done that. And I feel like you're having a hard time completely walking away from this because on some level, you shared a deep happiness with this person. And on some level, you would like to be able to balance this out. Just understand who you're dealing with, because this King of Pentacles it's showing me that this person is somebody who is financially secure. They are loving, they're kind, they are a soulmate to you. This is somebody that you would literally have everything with. Family ties, there's loyalty here. This person thinks long term. You could be very happy with this person, with this 10 of Cups, but right now you're having a difficult time fully, completely walking away from this connection, which may be a false twin flame or a karmic connection. Now, in their energy, I do feel like they're growing impatient to talk to you. They want to know, do you still love them? It's making them feel powerless that you are moving forward from them. This makes them feel very powerless, which is why you're seeing this kind of bitter, angry energy here. But I feel like it's very passive aggressive. I don't feel like it's, you know, just blatantly. This person is still trying to manifest you. I feel like they're coming to some realizations about the connection. One of those being that there was a lot of love in this connection because they've been looking back at the past. But I also feel like this person, when they find out about this King of Pentacles, I feel like it's going to cause that Tower moment for them. And they may come in trying to resolve the differences between you. Trying to draw you back in, hoping that you'll come back towards them. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be your choice. And we see that with this Two of Swords reversed. I just feel like, this person should have been coming towards you, talking to you about their feelings, trying to resolve things before they find out about this King of Pentacles. You know, so I would look at the motivation. All right. Oof. Bottom of the deck is the Devil. So you, the Empress, feel like you're dealing with the devil, basically. Could be a Capricorn, Pisces energy here. But I feel like with the devil here, you're in the Empress energy and you feel like you're literally dealing with somebody who is absolutely toxic. And I gotta tell you, it's kind of looking that way. But, you know, I just read the energy. I feel like everybody has to make the best choice for them. Let's pull some oracles for you. Oh, that's too many. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So you have the old paths. See, this is the old path right here. It says walk in unknown territory to see from a new perspective. Well, that should tell you something. And then you have the spell singer. Cast spells of wonder and delight. Your words can cast spells. So be sure you're speaking, you know, success over yourself in every area of your life, Pisces. All right, I hope this has been helpful. If you've resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Pisces, know that you are loved and namaste.